Oh, it looks like our planter got a little bit off track here. It's not actually planting anything. Oh, he is planting something, but I messed it up and it thinks we're planting corn. Canola, soybeans. Okay. Well, we need to go back through and replant all of that. That's unfortunate. This is what happens when you mess things up and don't pay attention and your mods are all screwy. We're gonna use GPS and fix this manually, I think. Okay, well, we wasted a fair amount of seed because we're already at 40% full. You can see up in glance, even though my mods are messed up in my lower right hand display. So we made a whole bunch of rounds using the wrong kind of seed. Very frustrating. Curious how many rows we did here the wrong way. Also don't know how to skip the night. I think workers cost more after dark. Yeah, it's like significantly more, I think. Alright, let me stop here for a second and go over here and just pause him until the next day. But we'll, oops, and shut off the engine. There we go. And there we go. If I turn the GPS on and see what the wife has. Alright, well, we're gonna get caught up on this and just keep going through the night, and then I will catch you guys in the next day after I fix this mess. And we'll get back to the grass cutting. So we'll see you guys back here in just a second. back. As you can see, it's almost midnight, and I'm still finishing out this field. It took a little bit longer than I expected it to. We're about to run out of soybeans, and so while I'm by the yard here, I'm going to go ahead and refill. I've slowed down time because I want to make sure that I finish this field before the turn of the day. Just because I think that the way season stacks up, the growing cycle, it's going to make the most sense to get it done in day 3 here. Excuse me. Decided to jump cut through most of that. I was going to do a time lapse, but real life always has a way to get in the way. The wife was out shopping with the kids and calling me to check on whether or not we had some different household items. So I had to go run around the house and check on a couple things and just let the worker keep going on the corn there. Or fixing the corn mistake, I should say. And so now that we're caught back up, we're just going to finish this up manually using some GPS. And it should be good to go. Get this unfolded here. Yep, I think we got maybe 3 more passes left to go here. So we should be able to finish this off by the end of the day here, no problem. And we can skip the rest of the night and get back to mowing. I'll probably actually kick this off planting the next field over on day 4 here and then get back to mowing. Again, not knowing how seasons works, I don't want all my fields to be ready on the same day necessarily to harvest, and so spreading them out by a day or 2 is not a bad thing. Although, given that there's only 6 days in a season, I don't want to spread it out too much, and so we might have to go back down to 5 times and make sure we get the rest of our planting done on day 4 while it's still mid-spring. I don't want to go too long. We'll check the calendar here in a second. I'll put the worker back on the way up so we can look at the seasons menu here. Or actually, I'll just do it now. Nope, not Control S, maybe Alt S. There we go. And so we're doing soybeans right now, and so I guess the planting season's pretty long here. I just want to make sure that they're actually ready to harvest. I mean, we're right on the edge of ground temperature. If you look here, we're at 50 degrees up in the upper right hand corner there. And so I don't think it's going to be a problem if we do some more planting in day 4 or even day 5 or 6. I mean, we're going pretty early here, so it just happened to be warm enough. Although if I look at the weather, which I probably should have done, I'm worried that 38 up there is ground temperature, and that would be bad. But then it looks like it's going to do a lot of raining, so I don't know what that's going to do to our crops, to be honest. They just won't germinate if it gets colder after we plant, or if that's going to ruin them and I need to wait to replant again when it gets warmer, which would be the 2nd day of summer at this rate, which would be way too long. I mean, technically I can still plant there, but I'd be worried I wouldn't get it done by the end of the season. We'll go ahead and take over here for the worker. Try and save some money. We'll just take this back to the yard and skip the day, I think. Go get that mower going again. I have to figure out if I need to get a tedder or not. I hate to have to take out a loan, but I want to look at and see what the price of the different kinds of bales are. feeling. And I'm gonna circle around into this headland too while I'm here. Make sure that I fix that little spot that I missed. Yep, right here. Go. And lift that up. And take this back to the yard. Yeah, normally you probably wouldn't drive across the crops like this, but you're not being super realistic. Turn off the GPS. I think I've disabled crop destruction as well, just because I don't want to have to deal with all the struggles from that. Generally, I try to be pretty good about it, but when you're using workers and stuff, it's just things happen. Alright, let's see. Is it Alt N? Skip the night. Let's go all the way to dawn. Okay, I'm gonna jump over here and get this running again. Oh wow, vehicle running costs. That's a lot of money. Okay. Just get this mower going again. And we're gonna go to our next field. So let's look at the map here. We've got 7 and 18 left to plant. I think we'll go ahead and run over and do 7. Oh, just gonna give this thing a little bit of a wash. Oh, I guess not. Alright, whatever, we were too close. We just got back in the tractor. We missed quite a few spots here. What field? What is this? Field 9. 9 is our cornfield. Let's just fix this while we're here. I can still plant corn. Think about what the other end of the field looks like. Just fix this one. It's right by the road. We want to make sure it looks good. Don't need the neighbors complaining about how bad we are at farming. Boom. Good enough. Oh, tree getting in our way. Somebody coming. Let's sit down here. Really want to get that field 8. I wish that fence wasn't there because I don't think I can plow that fence out. Might have to do some map editing after we buy it. Oh, we're in the ditch. Alright. So, we are, gonna pay attention and once again plant soybeans. So we'll go ahead and unfold this. I'll probably take it around the edge once. Manually, and then I'll have a better feel of what the best way to set up the worker is. I'm thinking left and right though. I think I'll just top the triangle part at the top here off somewhere in here and do that manually afterwards. Oh, I'm driving terribly. And grass worker is still going to town. He's got half a field, more than half a field left. So, because I almost got in an accident there, I'm trying to just square off this end of the field, and I'm apparently really incompetent right now at backing up. So, just trying to toss GPS out there, give me a nice square edge for the worker to turn around on, and I didn't really succeed too well there. It's alright. Give myself a second pass here on the side. Go all the way around and then kick the worker off and see how far he gets without needing help. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get the worker started off on this field and let him go as far as he can. We've done a couple times around on the headlands, which is actually really backwards to how you do normal farming. Typically, at least in my experience, you do the headlands last, especially with this kind of style of planter. But farming simulator logic dictates that the worker order will function a whole lot better if we do it like this. So we're going to jump over now and check in on our mower. So we've got, let's check on the map here. We're more than halfway through the field, quite a bit more than half, and looking at the field, it's going to get shorter up there on the side as we finish this off in a few more rounds, so that's pretty cool. We're going to check out prices for different kinds of bales. Or, yeah, bales. 0. Can't sell bales in seasons. Just can't sell grass. Huh. Okay. Well, let's keep looking. Let's go look at animals. So, animals, I'm going to need grass and hay for cows. So what I want to look at, because I want to do cows eventually as well. There's a few placeables that we have for this. We've got the hay loft, which is for hay and straw. But knowing that I need grass, I want, there we go. This is a really cool mod. And I've never used it before. I've seen it used on a few people's channels. This can store all the kinds of grass. Wow, up to a lot. That's kind of broken. And since I'm doing square bales rather than loading, I think I want one of these. I just gotta figure out where. Because quite honestly, if I am gonna do cows, which is why I would bale, I should do it over on the cow farm. So let's just jump over there. Visit. So this is the cow farm. I think I should put it somewhere over here. Now we got the silage pit over here. Excuse me. I'm really curious about these things too. like my experience is these are for holding silage. But I wonder what happens if I put grass into them. I've got a good loading wagon mod. I just don't think I can afford the loading wagon. 'Cause I'm guessing it's gonna be like 100K. Where's my loading wagons? 262K. I couldn't even afford a cheap one if I wanted to. So, at some point I really need to see what that is. Once we get done with this grass, I will jump over to the farm and we'll double check. We've got the regular wagon, right? So if I come into the garage and look at, where'd it go? Our J&M wagon, it can store the right kinds of things, so I can go look and see what that bin can hold. So we're just gonna let this field finish real quick and then we'll go check.